Hello, my name is David Kim. I've been part of the Lock Ministry for about a year now. I was first introduced to the ministry through a baptism I witnessed at my local church. He was a man who was part of the P1 project and was recently released. And he shared about his 20-year experience in prison and how he's walking with the Lord now. It was a powerful time of sharing. It's always exciting to see what God's doing in people's lives, but I think I have a particular heart for this community. It's probably because the way I grew up in the 80s, in a place and time where drugs and gangs were rampant. They were all around us, and that lifestyle and influence impacted just everything that we did growing up. And there was a youth kid at my church who was in his teens, was a passenger in a car. He got into an accident, and unfortunately the other driver passed away. The police found drugs in the teen's car, and he ended up going to prison for murder. And I remember how devastated his parents were. And this is just an example of just numerous instances. Even my brother was involved in drugs in the wrong crowd. And so that's all to say that it could have happened to any one of us. It could have been me behind bars. So the truth is that God has a heart for these community as well. And he wants to reach all people, but particularly the ones who are in the fringes of society. And being part of the P1 project has been a blessing, interacting with inmates. In many ways, it almost feels like I'm in a Bible study with them. We share our lives. They share their experiences of what's going on, their struggles. And then I would also share my experiences and respond to them. And it's neat to see what God is doing. For some of them, the Word of God is so important to them. It's literally the only thing that sustains them in kind of the hopeless place that they're in. And it's really awesome to see how that Word is impacting their hearts. And you can see God changing them from the inside out, turning the anger and violence in their heart to meekness and forgiveness. They struggle to respond in a godly way to situations that they're facing. So it's been really neat walking alongside them in this journey. So if anyone out there is interested in being part of this ministry and what God's doing, please talk to Pastor Han. And you can just start with one person. But it's great to see what God's doing through the Lock ministry and the P1 project. Thank you.